All right, guys. So Trevin thinks he can do daily.
I know I can.
Well, we're gonna find out about that. We're gonna try daily for the week.
We're going to Ireland.
We're going to Ireland. We're going to the Power of Video. Woo! So today's we filmed like a week ago. I think right after we went skydiving, and it's a Q&A. Talk about a little bit of gear. There's one piece of gear that wasn't mentioned, which is
New lens, 19mm lens.
What do you think?
We'll see how it goes.
Can we see a lot more stuff in this?
A little bit more, yeah.
So yeah, this one's going up today. Tomorrow should be Tomorrow's
the day after.
The day after, and that should be us traveling to Ireland, I think.
Yeah.
And you think you can get it up? Oh, and then on Thursday, there's going to be two.
Yeah.
2 videos on Thursday. Big week.
Huge week.
Yeah, excited?
Really nervous.
Yeah, so this is going to be our first foray and attempt into... There's not going to be a lot of helicopters in this, so if you're looking for helicopters, it's not going to be there.
Okay, Q&A.
Q&A. Hey guys, we're here for a Q&A. We're going to do it in the helicopter, so Bentley's going to take the first shift. He's going to sit up like a good dog, and we're just getting ready to get rolling here. So we're going to do the Q&A with Bentley's portion of the Q&A. Let's give you some Bentley stats and facts. Bentley is a 5-year-old English Bulldog, just turned 5. His birthday is on Valentine's Day. He's a little sweetheart. He's actually Alicia's dog. I've just been trying to steal her dog. People ask all the time, why does Bentley walk backwards? Did we train him to do that? No. Bentley, we don't know exactly what causes him to walk backwards. I don't think he fully understands, but he does it as a coping mechanism for any sort of fears that he has, usually associated with hard and shiny floors or short floors with lights or shadows on them. So maybe he's afraid of his own shadow. Hey, buddy? Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're so afraid of your own shadow.
Someone asked if he has a girlfriend.
I don't know. Does Bentley have a girlfriend? Bentley will hump.
Theo.
Bentley will hump just about... Are you falling asleep? Bentley will hump just about anyone. Theo humps Bentley. So I don't know where that all really stands.
Someone also asked, was he always this calm and relaxed in a helicopter?
Oh, yeah, okay, so there's a good question. I would guess that Bentley has over 100 flight hours with me. The first time I started the engine, he didn't like it, but he was pretty calm. We just hovered around the airport. We didn't want to go too far or do anything, so we just kind of hovered around, and he was in the back seat for that. And he did well, so he did good enough that we did one more short flight around, didn't land, just kind of went short, and he was good there. So then me and Alycia 2 summers ago took him up into the mountains. We landed. He was in the back seat. I undid him. I opened the door, and Bentley jumped out sideways and fell out of the helicopter and landed on the skid on his ribs. And I was like, oh my God, we just broke this dog. Like, he literally went boink, and he jumped out sideways. And seemed fine ever since then. Loved helicopters, like loved going into the mountains, eating snow, best thing ever. And you're sitting so weird. he is sitting so weird.
Like a person.
Like a really tired old man right now. Questions about yourself is so exhausting. Hey, Bentley? So then he also didn't like the low RPM horn the first time he heard the low RPM horn. But other than that, Bentley has, and we'll show, this is Bentley's first reaction with the low RPM horn. Yeah, he scared you. Come on, buddy, sit up, come on, pay attention. Act like you're having fun. So Bentley's been a really good little flyer. These are Muff. These are Bentley's headsets. They're made for dogs that fly, so you can go to safeandsoundpets.com.
You can also type in muffs and they'll come up.
So he wears I think he wears a large. He also wears a rough wear. Thank you, Rough Wear, for the life jacket. They sent him a life jacket that he's going to be wearing this summer. He wears a Rough Wear harness, and we harness him directly into the seatbelt, and then he wears a secondary restraint on his leash around a hard point in the helicopter. So he's double harnessed in, and Other than that, he just knows that he has to sit there. He's not allowed to wander around. So with dogs or anything, start him in the back, start him slow. It takes a long time to build the trust to be able to like leave a guy like this in the front seat. But he is really harnessed in, so. And he's really calm. He just like falls asleep. Bentley loves all modes of transportation. Bentley, do you want to go in the car? Do you want to go in the car? I think when he does the head tilt, that's his yes. We take that as his yes. Bentley, do you want to go in a boat? Do you want to go in the boat? Yeah. So anything that Bentley can go in, boats, cars, jet skis, whatever it is, he's up for. We'll have to try you in a plane. We have some opportunities to go do some traveling and for Bentley to come. And we're really scared about taking him on a plane because he is a sensitive little flower. So unless we could get him in the cabin, I don't think we would take Bentley with us.
Why don't you monetize all of your videos?
Okay, so I didn't monetize my videos for a long time, just because personally I would rather not lose a single subscriber as a small channel. Also unclear as to some regulations with flying and stuff, but they can go bleep themselves. Well, the reason why I turned on monetization wasn't so much that I think I'm even going to make any money right now with the amount of views we get. I watched the Philip DeFranco video, and he was talking about how there's a rumor that your videos get shown less if you don't have monetization on them. And it makes sense. I mean, YouTube's a business. They want to make money. They're spending a lot of money on infrastructure and so on. So if I don't have monetization, why would they promote my video? So that's really the only reason I turned on monetization, was to see if it gives me any more views. I haven't really seen a strong argument for that it does, but then again, we haven't been very consistent, and very sorry about not uploading for a while there. Just some stress and some stuff going on, and things happening that I have under control now. My apartment, I'll do a video on the apartment. Let's do a video on the apartment. Let's show
Sounds good.
Is the inside of the helicopter as quiet as it seems in the edit? Are you allowed to just park it anywhere?
It is, because we're wearing noise cancelling headsets. If we did this,
Loud.
it's really loud. I'm not going to plug the noise canceller manufacturer that I'm wearing because I'm not super happy with them. But the noise cancellers are awesome, so they take the noise right down. Can I just park it anywhere? Kind of. On Crown Land and in some of the local parks, because I'm not flying commercially, I can land it pretty much anywhere. If I was a commercial operator and taking people for hire or reward, then I would need a park use permit. But because I'm flying privately, Section 27 of the BC Parks Act lists all of the parks in BC that are restricted for aircraft movement and the conditions under which they can be used. And these two parks that are here, Pinecone, Burke, and Golden Ears, just so happen to not have any restrictions. The park just to the north, called Golden Ears, is restricted for aircraft movement, meaning planes, helicopters can't land. Kind of sucks. It's a really cool park, but it's a small price to pay.
Renee from Edmonton asks, just wondering if you fly fish. Great videos, and also been watching from your Casey video and loving your channel.
Thank you.
Rockies.
Rockies. Well, these aren't the Rockies. These are the coastals. We fly in the coastals here. The question was, do I fly fish? No, I don't. But we were actually just talking about that the other day, that we're going to do some fly fishing videos, and we're going to fly up to some areas and do some fly fishing. So we are going to learn. That is definitely on our list of things to do. And I think that'd be a cool video. And thank you so much, Renee, right?
How fast can you fly in your heli?
This helicopter has a V&E, velocity never to exceed, of 130 knots, which is about 150 miles per hour.
I want to see Brad get an A-star, maybe one day, question mark.
Yeah.
How fast do those go?
They go faster. So with my doors off, I'm limited to 100 nautical miles, which is 110, 15 miles per hour, because of basically passenger comfort. And when there's nobody in the back seats can lift up and things can fly out the doors. If things fly out, they can hit the tail rotor, which is just a nightmare. But yeah, I'm totally down for getting an A-star someday. I think my next machine might be an EC120, would be kind of what I'd be looking at as a step towards an A-star. That's a big step, but man, I love A-stars.
Kind of funny because it kind of goes with today. Bradley, do you have the license to drop skydivers?
So we went skydiving today. No, I do not have a license to drop skydivers. Yes, technically I could drop skydivers if I had an operating certificate, meaning if I was a for hire, essentially, and I had it on my OC, which is called an operating certificate. It needs to be specifically written into my manual that I can drop skydivers. I don't have that. I get asked a lot, but I can't do it. But someday, definitely want to.
Love your channel, man. I'm
Thank you.
looking to get into flying later this year. I'm trying to decide between learning to fly float planes or going the helicopter route. My concern with the helicopter is that they have a lot of regulations. I was wondering if that gets annoying, or if you have any thoughts or suggestions on what would be a better choice. I feel like the chicks like the helicopter route a lot more.
For me,
Maybe you can answer this one, Alycia.
yeah. What do you think about helicopter or plane?
Oh, we've experienced that this morning.
Alycia is not a helicopter chick. I mean, a plane chick. She's a helicopter chick. But for me, those are the only two things I would consider in aviation would be helicopter or float plane. I love float planes. They're great. Like that's something I would like to do someday potentially is learn how to fly floats.
How can you afford to fly the helicopter if you can't charge any money for it? Love your videos, man.
Thank you again for the love. Much appreciated. How I can afford to fly the helicopter is I owned a business with my two brothers, and we made paper towel and toilet paper dispensers. I sold that. I made a decent amount of money, and I essentially retired. And so I got back into flying. I'd been flying before I got into that business. So I'm kind of, I budget to fly 200 hours a year as a recreational pilot. And I'm just choosing to use those 200 hours now to do more interesting things. Eventually I do want to make money. I do want to turn it into somewhat of a business, and the route that I want to go is YouTube. I want to make videos. I want to not just do flying videos, but do all sorts of different types of videos. So yeah, I'm kind of using my time now to hopefully have a career that allows me to fly more in the future.
Hackway asked, have you ever got stranded on mountain?
Yes, I have, but I'm going to get more into that whole story in a video that's coming. We've already filmed it. It's in the can.
A lot of people ask too where you get your shirts.
So this one is a fish tank, and it's from Threadless. I get a lot from Threadless, but also headline tees, Snorg tees, busted tees, Glenn's tees. Actually, this one might be a Glenn's. This one looks like a Glenn style.
Do all Canadians have beards or just the cool ones? I think they all do. Yeah, as far as I know.
I just have mine out of laziness and because it pisses Alycia off, and she hates it so much.
I just have mine because I want to be like Brad.
Trevin looked really stupid when he shaved his face. That was going to be the end of our working together. It was weird looking at him.
Who does the edits? They're pretty epic.
I do the edits, and thank you.
I think it's pretty epic.
Someone asked, what Sony camera is that?
This is the Sony a7S II with the Canon 2470 L2 and the Metabones adapter.
And that's your main lens and shooter. And then what's your other lens that you use?
2470 Canon L2.
And you really like that one?
Awesome lens. I would use that lens all the time if I could.
But it's too long, or why?
This is just more practical.
What do you guys use for editing and producing your videos?
Currently we use Final Cut, but we're in a transition phase. We've tried Premiere, we like it, but the computers that we have aren't fast enough.
We are switching. We're going...
Computers do you, for the Macs?
Yeah, we're using Macs right now. We have iMacs and a MacBook Pro, an older, bit of an older MacBook Pro. And we're going to switch. We're going to go PC. Ewan Olson did a video just the other day, and he really likes the PCs. A lot of guys that we're talking to really like the PCs. Premiere's just got a lot of advantages.
Out of curiosity, have you ever thought about putting a gimbal on any of the exterior GoPros?
Too much wind.
Too much wind, yeah. A small gimbal wouldn't be able to handle it.
What's a good time of year to visit Canada?
Anytime.
Except for September, October, November. No, I'm just joking. September's probably one of the best.
Yeah, September's pretty awesome. I mean, it's just...
We had a wet winter.
We had a wet winter, but we got a lot of snow, so it's hard to complain.
They want to know where their hangover here is.
Coming. I sold 50% to very wealthy family who's helping me bring it to market, and it is coming. So stay tuned for that. That'll be heavily featured in the vlog because it's part of what I'm doing. I don't want to force it into the vlog, and I don't want it to seem really commercial. I want to kind of give like more of a nuts and bolts.
Flower Games asks, technical question. Do you guys shoot a flat profile or cine styles? We use flat profiles on all our cameras. Then we add color correction that I've created for either the DSLR, the GoPro, or just like a
Drones.
Yeah, drones, and I have another one that just like a saturation adjustment layer. So we throw that on top, and then we kind of tweak it from there.
By we.
Have you ever like flying over like the mountain like that, like caused like a little mini avalanche or anything?
No, I mean, avalanches are popping off all the time, especially this time of year, late in the day, as it heats up. But I've never seen something that I've directly caused. I've been like flying along and seeing them start from like long distance, but never up close.
Also, if you guys want to know how to do anything that we do in the edits, just let me know, and I'm more than happy to show you everything that we do, because that's how I learned, was through YouTube.
Whoa, what the guy?
Right? Give away all our secrets.
Right?
Is that bridge at the hot springs accessible by road, or is it cut from the rest of the road network?
It is completely cut from the rest of the road network. There are water taxis. I'm not going to give the whole thing and just be like, here it is, and here's how to do it, because I think people should work to get there. But you can definitely get there if you want to get there. The best way is probably with a bike.
What are your personal life goals?
I want to produce content. My personal life goals is to make content. I've also have a couple projects with making a beverage that I'm working on. Been working on for long time, called Last Call, and also using that cap that I designed for some really cool things. Hopefully to get some big influencers on board on that, and I hate to say change the world stuff, but it's actually changed the world stuff, so I'm pretty excited about some of the stuff I'm working on. So life goals are be an entrepreneur, make things, make products, make content that people like.
What's the hardest part about making YouTube content?
What's the hardest part about making YouTube content? Consistency. I just kind of went through like some stuff like a week ago where I'm gonna say I was kind of depressed. Like I wasn't really depressed. I just wasn't in a good mood. And
feeling yourself. Yeah,
and so like I didn't want to produce content for like a freaking month. It's hard to like push through and make content even when you don't want to. Consistency, and also like the constant disappointment of working really hard to make content and not things that you're like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing we've ever done, and getting like literally no views on it. That kind of sucks.
Yeah, I think as long as you do what you believe in and you're happy with it at the end of the day, and as long as you persevere, it'll all happen.
I mean, everybody wants more. Everybody wants to get more views, more likes, more shares, and it's tough. Like, you know, you think, like, I personally consider for having 200,000 subscribers, you know, I think we should get more views, but they're going to come, I think. You know, maybe they won't. Maybe this is what we're destined for. I just have to learn to be happy with where we're at. I don't think I ever will. I think that you're always going to want more, and that's human nature.
Felix Capin asks, where do you get your music from?
We find all our music on SoundCloud, and it's really fun finding new artists to work with and trying to promote them on the channel. There's a lot of really talented people who create music. Sometimes it can take a while to find the people that you want to work with, but when you do find them, it's really rewarding.
I just want to say also, we do read every single comment every time that we post a video, and we have our notifications on. We read them on our phones. So if you are an artist and you've got music that you think would fit with what we're doing, we're not plugged into a certain genre. Like, I want to find some really cool, like, Bollywood music. I think that we could incorporate some dingy-dingy-dingy-dingy type music and just different stuff, you know, like.
That
so
sounds like dingy-dingy.
I can't. I'm not musically. Not a
and
music.
Please support the artists that we feature as well.
Yeah, please.
They have some really cool stuff.
Do you ever run into any bears when you're out in the mountains, or does the sound of the helicopters scare them away?
So I try to stay away from animals as much as possible, and it's the law. but every so often you will see a bear. Most of the times you see movement more than you see the animal. The scale up here is like when you realize that you're looking for like literally that, it's really hard to spot things like a bear, but you'll see movement. So a lot of times a bear will stand very still when he first hears you because he's trying to figure out what you are, and then as you approach and go past, the sound changes and all of a sudden they start to run. So I've caught them kind of out of the corner of my eye. So most times I see an animal, it's kind of like as I'm going past it. I see elk a lot. I've seen a lot of elk. Seen a lot of mountain goats in these areas. Again, you just try to stay away from them and not make them run because, you know, obviously, like, they're like on a precipice with these little hooves. They're good at it, but you don't want to, man, I'd feel really bad if I made something fall off a mountain because it was trying to run away from me.
Brad, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
How do you manage to turn a 2-word answer into a 5-minute answer?
But I enjoy the sound of my voice.
Yeah.
You have to really, and you got to think that you're interesting, and you got to give yourself a lot more self-worth and importance. So
that's what your mom said about that one video.
What's that?
It was self-indulgent.
Self-indulgent, yeah. Exactly. My mom ripped one of our videos, probably our 5th vlog.
Yeah.
And she ripped it because it was too self-indulgent.
Downvote and move on, Mom.
That's what I said. That's what I texted her back. I said, just downvote it and move on. God. I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching. We appreciate everybody. We appreciate all the support. And yeah. We're going to be better in the future about doing more regular content.
Yeah, we will.
I know, and that's on me.
Yeah.
That's on me. I wanted to quit.
I wouldn't let him.
No, he wouldn't. He's a good guy.
Who loves to vlog. And Bentley. Dun, 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 dun. There's a plane over there.
Where's that?
Over there.
How far?
1.5 kilometers. All
right. Pit Lake Pax Air Traffic, R44, Helicopter Golf Yankee Whiskey. Just over Widgeon Creek, 3,000 feet in the descent for Pit Meadows, any conflicting Golf Yankee Whiskey.